All right, everybody out there in the Craft Chest Nation, it's Craft Chest here, and tonight we're going to be answering a question from one of our community members, Todd Gordon, who asked the question of where can I find trees and stone? I've been looking all over the place while I'm leveling, and I don't see any. I only have 24 lumber. Please help, basically, is what that's saying. You know, where's a good spot that I can find lumber? Well, in Rockholla, this is probably going to be your best bet if you set timers and people aren't being nozzles out there and uprooting the trees before they pop. All right, because believe it or not, there's people that actually do that. I don't know why, but whatever. All right, but Rockholla is going to be your best place, in my opinion, for all the natural resources that you need, period, the end. And I mean every natural resource, no matter what it is. Trees and stone being the most plentiful, and thistle and yams. I mean, it's just an awesome place out here for natural resources. Now, if you see where trees have timers on them, all right, they're going to be staggered right now. Eventually, once people get established out here, you're not going to have to worry about that a whole lot, because you'll see, as you can see right here, they're getting all their 16 by 16s. They're rocking their little 8 by 8s. They're starting to get their cottages done. One thing that I would suggest, if you get a cottage, don't get one of the Oriental swept roof cottages. As you can see, you can only get, 4 trees on this, one on front, back side, whatever. I would highly suggest go into Mirage Island, hook a right, and get you a traditional cottage like this one, the stone spring cottage. One of the 2 stone 1 lumber ones would be ideal, like this one down here, the 2-door slate. Any of the ones that take 2 stone 1 lumber, because you're going to actually be able to find stone way faster than you're going to be able to find trees at this stage of the game. All right. Now, if you put your house up like this person has here, and you square it up and don't turn it funky angles and whatever, keep the dotted line in the house square, all right, you'll be able to get up to 16 trees around the cottage. All right, so that's not going to help you right now, but just for future reference to get you to the next level, say you want to get a thatch or anything else, because that's what people are doing now. I'm telling you, they're getting all of these trees planted over in their 16 by 16s, their cottages, their 8 by 8s. They're going to utilize the heck out of it for both thatches and boats and etc. But as you can see right here, just in a little bit that that's one reason why I had my thatch on the last refresh server on Legacy right there, is because right behind my and look at there, this person is looking too. Also, now on top of that, you're going to find a lot of stone here. All right, but in the meantime, here's what I want you to do to help you out. Be sure that you get you a form. If you haven't gotten it, once again, I would highly suggest just getting one of the 2 stone 1 lumber cottages. Have your 8 by 8 and your form, just like this person did. That's exactly what this. I guarantee you, this person owns that 8 by 8 right there, and that's going to secure their little 16-16 and the spaces in between it. And they may or may not be able to get them a thatch in there. It's really better to have others, but we're not talking about that. We're just talking about getting the wood. So start planting trees. Cedar trees are going to produce the most in the least amount of time. It's still a day to wait on it. You're going to be setting your timers and coming to Rockholla and doing the full rotation all the way around the edge of the map, even going up into the highlands back in here to check for trees, back in the gullies. I mean, just everywhere around the edges, sometimes in the middle, sometimes off the side of the roads. It's everywhere out here. You're just going to have to time it to where it suits your particular time frame. All right, now on top of that, Rockholla is also an awesome place to find stone piles. And there is a particular rotation, and I don't want this video to be too tremendously long. I should have actually started at the bottom, but I wanted to show you the perimeter of this. Now, if we go down, and if you haven't been to Rockholla, what you got to do is come in through Rookborn. Rookborn has an airship to come into Rockholla. You come into Rockholla, take the elevator down to the 2nd level, and you're going to see this road right here. All right. There are stone piles here and down by the elevator. Take this little road, and you're going to run into a bridge. There's a stone pile right next to the bridge. That'll be your marker to go down the hill under the bridge. there's going to be 7 piles, if I'm not mistaken, right here around the bridge underneath it and to the left. Then you're going to go across the field, and there's another little ridge line right here, and there's going to be another 7 piles right here. Actually, I think it's 8 and then 7. Then you go down the road, there's a pile here, a pile here, a pile here, and I think one way back here. But I don't really go back that far. I'll stop right here at this little town area, and then come back, follow the road, and there's going to be a tree on either side with rock piles there. 1 here, 2 here. Go up the hill, there's going to be another 2 here and another 2 here. Now, from there, if you're getting on a fast rotation, all right, which is basically every 8 to 10 minutes, you're going to come back across the bridge. There's a stone pile down the hill just across the bridge. Is that right, or is it before the bridge? No, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Before you get to the bridge, there's another tree and a stone pile here. Then you go across the bridge, grab these. I always leave these until I get on the rotation. Grab these 2 stone, grab these 2 stone, then come back and get down back under the bridge and repeat. If you do that and nobody's contesting it, you can literally have your cottage stone, and if you have the labor for it, you can have enough stone. Now, you may not be able to produce it, but you'll have the stone in about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on how fast that you pop it. Now, this is also assuming that you have the labor to both do the stone piles and when they pop and turn into Fortuna veins. When they pop and turn into Fortuna veins, it's going to take extra labor, so keep that in mind. If you're just doing stone piles and you're leaving the Fortuna veins, it's going to take you longer. Also, too, if you see where this area is being contested, you can go way back here in this corner, all right, all the way back in this corner where you see a pond of lilies and flowers and all that, all the way back in this corner, there's another set of rocks here and a couple over here. All right, so there's plenty of natural resources in Rock Hollow. I would highly suggest using Rock Hollow as a means for trees and stone. Also, utilize the public farms whenever you can have the spots to it. Right now, I have been trying to keep trees in the public farm in Falcourt. All right, there's probably not going to be a spot. As you can see, everybody else has the same idea when it comes to these trees. If you want a fast rotating tree, go with cork. All right, and there's also another tree, which if I can get down here fast enough, because once again, I don't want this to be way long of a video, but I do want to be kind of detailed on it. Let's have a look at the trees right here. All right, hornbeam trees and cork trees. As you can see, hornbeam says 8 hours. In a temperate climate, that's about 6. A cork tree gives you 1 to 2 lumber either way on a swing, which is basically 6 lumber max. That's the average. And it only takes 4 hours exactly in a temperate climate. So if you can utilize these in the public farm, you can put 5 of them. That's going to help you out. Now keep in mind, they will not fit on an 8x8. They will not fit on a cottage. You have to have a large farm for these cork trees to be, like a 16-16 or a thatch. It's the only way that's going to fit. All right, now, that's why people always universally use the cedar trees for a lot of reasons. Now, here's a little tip and trick for everybody, and you may wonder why people use cedar trees. Cedar trees have a 5-stage growing process in the day and 2 hours that they produce. Now, in a temperate climate, that's going to be a little bit less. I think it ends up being like 16 hours or something like that overall. Maybe, I'm not going to give you exact time because I want to say 16 hours, but cedar trees have the most stages going through and the best chance to be popped to turn into a thunderstruck. That's why people do cedar trees, on top of the fact that they also fit on the 8x8. So it's a dual purpose reason why they do that. Now, I will actually fly over if I can. Hang on. I will actually fly over the rotation and show you guys right quick. Can I jump again? All right. Right down here, there's my house here in Rock Hollow. We're going to actually have this, and hopefully I'll be able to get some tax forms to go there. All right, so let's go over this from the aerial view, and then we'll end the video here because this should help you out. Also, too, I believe there are mines, if I'm not mistaken, in Arkham Iris. There's actual mines there, and in the Solus. All right, so here's the rock pile. See it right here, rock pile. and there's another rock pile here. There's another one here. See where it says stone pile? There's another stone pile, another stone pile, these stone piles. And then I leave these two. What I do is I grab all of that, and then there's stone piles here in this area. And then I'll go get all these right here. See, it says stone piles. And this is not contested, so you can literally come to Rock Hollow right now if you're on Denny's server. There's a rock pile here, and a rock pile here, and a rock pile here. Now I'm going to swing around because that's all of it right here. Once you do that, you come back around this way. All right, grab these two. There's one here, or actually two here, one here. Come up this road right here. This is actually pretty neat doing the aerial view of this. That way I can do it very quickly. You're going to come up the road. There's going to be another rock pile here, or two rock piles here, one rock pile here. Once you grab those, you follow the road, come back down the hill, and there's going to be a rock pile here. All right, once you get that rock pile, come across the bridge. All right, and now you can start to see them form in where all the little rock piles are. Once you do that, let me boost it up. See if I can make it over here. Once you do that, there's two stone piles here right below the elevator. And then finally, right here on this ridge, right just to the rear and right of the elevator, there's another couple of piles there. See how it's kind of colored differently also? So let me hurry up and maybe it'll form up and I can show you this right quick. And that's the rotation I have. Now once I do that, get all of that, then I start over and I come back to square one and grab this stone pile and then repeat the process. All right. Once again, if you have the labor, you won't be able to produce it unless you're doing all your dailies and you have that 10,000 labor per day thing that's going on. Then you'll have enough. But if you're doing this, you're going to have to kind of like, gimp it through until you get established and get your cottages up. All right. And there you go. That's what I do. And then also too, like I said, set your timer for any wild trees along the perimeters, and you'll also run across wild grasses. Just Rock Hollow is awesome. I could go on and on and on, and we will touch upon why I love this area so much. But also, I would highly suggest, especially to new players who don't want to get stuck just in one spot, have you another spot, whether it's Falcorth or Rookborn, even though it's a wars area, Silent Forest, Villanilla. But for me, Falcorth just makes sense because it's going to be easy for me to get the mats and all that. And it's going to be a staging area also. Tonight, we're actually going to be producing the rest of the lumber. And I might film that also. I'm not 100%, but I might actually film that and pop that because I'm going to get this cottage up. And then if I could get enough tax certs together, I'm actually going to put another property right beside it. So anybody that's actually on Denny's server and you've been interested in playing, and when I say playing with me, don't misunderstand everybody. I'm not talking about we're going to get in a party and play 100% of the time. If you want to play with me on this server and you want to get established, watch these videos. And if I'm wrong about something, put it down in the comments and I'll correct it. Once again, never hesitate. I will do the research. If I'm right, I'll tell you. If I'm wrong, I'll tell you, and we'll fix it and we'll move on and everybody will have a nice day. All right, if you have any other suggestions for people out there, put it down in the comments. Don't hold back this information on new players because this ain't legacy anymore. There's plenty of property and plenty of room for everybody to grow in the game. If you're just in here to just be the 1%er, if you want to be that guy, all right, go for it. That's all you. But if you want to be part of the community, which is Arcgeage Unchained, share that info and let's all succeed together. Because it is a craft of the mind. Go out there and have some fun. And Rob Gordon and everybody else out there. And Delvey, I don't want to forget to say hello once again to Delvey. We are neighbors in Falcorth. And here's my other property here in Rock Hollow. Prime real estate to be had. And there's still some up here on the hill. I actually should have went there. It's a craft of the mind. Go out there and have some fun. We'll see you in Arcgeage Unchained. Woo!